Wild CEOs and senior leaders out there, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you. A few years ago, I was in a CEO's office, and I was looking up on this whiteboard, and it had all these different leader development programs that they had launched in their organization. This was a hospital organization, and it represented millions of dollars of expense on leader development things and stuff. And I asked this senior leader, I said, "So, do you use any of this?" And he very quickly said he didn't. And I asked him, I said, "So what is this to you personally, all these different programs?" And he said, "It's noise." And I made a commitment at that day that I just did not want to be involved in just more noise. And one of the things that I wanted to thank you for is that you've heard us talk about this, that we're not looking for leadership buy-in, where you buy in and you pay the cost of providing things to your people and your leaders, but that you see it as part of your developmental journey. There has been nothing more powerful. I have to thank you for this, than the moments where you have said, "I use the skills and knowledge inventory in the Wild Toolkit. Let me tell you what it taught me about myself." We know from research that that's important, but we've seen it also in our own experience. When you say that to your people, what it says to a leader in your organization, man, if my boss, if my leader 3 steps above me or that I report to is learning that, maybe I could too. There's nothing that opens up developmental readiness for people in your organization than seeing you engage in that process, because you're a leader too. And so it's just been incredible to work with all of you. And it's one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life is to be able to do this work with you. And it works because of our partnership with you. And Daniel and I talk about that every day. We're here for your people, to put a system in place for the long haul that would develop deep-seated leader capacity, whether people are leading for the first time or whether they're more seasoned people. We had a 78-year-old person who's on a team that we work with, and he told us last week, he said, no one had ever invited me to dream because his organization put this process in place at 78 years old. He's a senior leader, and he said, no one's ever invited me to dream. And so I just wanted to thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for being there with your people as they're going through this and sharing your own stories of your own development and humbling yourself enough to do that, and not just bring answers, but to open up your own questions and the questions that so many of the people in your organization are asking. So I just want to thank you, and it is awesome to be able to work with you.